Hello everyone. Today we're going to do a tutorial on the PMD G737, but the as you can see I have the 700 version, so it is a very good airplane, like a very realistic airplane. We are going to do a realistic tutorial on how to cold and dock it, to full flight it, and to land it. Okay, we're going to cover everything, and if not nearly everything in this airplane. I think that it is the best airplane, if not the best, in the flight simulator because I'm a Boeing's fan. So I will teach you the basics in this tutorial for the 737. So first, you see the battery. Put the battery on. Put the battery on. Standby power. Put it on bat like this. Okay. Now going to the FMC. So this is basically like the MCDU in the Airbus. We're going to change you into FS actions, ground services, and basically you're going to request the ground power. Okay. So it's connected. You see in the ground power, it's here. So you flick the switch. Let's go to do some fuel. Okay, 2 out of 3 for simplifying things. So those fuel pumps. Okay, those ones, and you should see the low pressure warning going off, and if it is off, it means it's good. Your switch is here. There are 3 positions: they are off, they are on, and they are start. So it's off, flick it on, and flick it on start. And you see when this is going to be low pressure, you see low oil pressure, you're going to flick the APU bleed. Okay, use the gauge is starting. Okay, APU is starting. APU gen, flick the switch like this. Do the IRS, align the IRS, put the IRS on nav, and then we're going to do the flight plan stuff. So basically you would put the ref airport. So I am at FMEE. I will put this, take this and put it into the square and hit. Oh, there's no need to hit exec. So basically origin FMEE and destination is FIMP. So if the flight plan does not work into the world map, it will not import. There's no, you see, it says no route. So you would practically go into SimBrief and do a flight plan and go into the tablet and import, but we're not going to do that today. We're going to do a very simple way of doing the flight plan. We are not going to put waypoint, we're going to put a very direct way, okay? We're just going to go into departure, put our departure one away, and our arrival one away. You see, we're going to do an ILS today. So this plane can do an airnav, but we are not going to cover it today. So ILS Yankee 14, okay? Normally you should see the exec button lighting up. If you don't, it's okay. That means you see here the legs is in blue. Why? Because it needs to be activated, you see, and when I'm going to activate, it's going to go into white. Yes, exec, and then the leg is activated because can just fix the continuity by clicking on the waypoint here and putting the waypoint here. Okay, so meanwhile, we are going to put our flight plan. We are going to start the engines. The fuel pump for the engines is here. The 2 right fuel pump. Okay, so turn those on. And now we're going to start the engine. So it's very simple. It's like the 787. You have 2 starters. We're going to start the right. You put the starter right on ground. Okay, and then you see that the gauge is coming. So you see 0.2. We will rate that it will be on 1. And when it's at 1, the fuel start. It's basically a flight plan, so it's straight to the initial approach fix. Now we're going to do some perf. 0 fuel weight, reserve it will be 1 by default. Cost index, you can put anything you want, some number. Our cruise altitude will be 20,000 feet. And this is very important because we're going to go into a VNAV today, and I'm going to show you VNAV because it is amazing. So put your cruising altitude here, it's very important. Then exec, okay? The engine should now have started, the right engine. Iter for the right engine here. Okay, release the ground power. Okay, click on N1 limit, click on takeoff. Flaps for takeoff, there are multiple settings. You put 10 flaps, okay? So, flaps 10. Okay, click on the center of gravity, it will already populate. Click on the V speeds, it will already populate. We should start the other engine, so the same process. Like the 787, put the starter left to ground. GRD is ground. And wait for this to go to 1, okay? So 1, okay? And then you will introduce the fuel and the engine should be starting, you see? Takeoff is done. Now for the approach. So FIMP14, the arrival went away, and then that's where things come on. So the FMC is basically done, okay? So the approach, just click on this setting, flaps 40 141, and just paste it in there, okay? So that says ILS 14, frequency is 109.90. Let's put that. Where do I put the ILS? There is no nav button like the Airbus. It's pretty simple. It's here on the pedestal. Multiple radios you can find. I have this. I'm going to show you. Nav radio, there is MMR and Classic. Currently I have the MMR. MMR is this white, and Classic is just the COM radio copy pasted here. ILS and VOR. So this is active frequency and this is standby frequency. It detects automatically if it is an ILS or a VOR. You can't change the mode, it's automatically detect. So 109, the decimal is already here. You see, it's already detecting the ILS. If you want to change the ILS, you can just do GLS, VOR, ILS, GLS, VOR, ILS, GLS, okay? Just put the ILS, and now to put it on active, you just do this, and it's active like this. And do it on the other way too, so the autopilot is going to be ready for an auto land, okay? The course is 136. Now the course, what is this? It is a magnetic heading of the runway. So if you don't, I'm going to put the course because if you want to have an auto land, well, the plane is going to have to look at the runway. So if you put another course, it will be a little problem. So 136. Put it on the right side too, because autopilot. We're going to engage both, so we can do an auto land. We have the auto throttle, arm it, flight director. Now there are two switches. It's simple. If you want the flight director on this side, click on this first. Okay? This is MR for main, and the flight director is for this. Okay? For the captain. If you want the flight director for the first officer, just put this first, okay? The first flight director to be on is the one that's gonna have the flight director. So we have the captain, we have arm here, jump seat, we have a cabin. This plane is like insane. This plane is insane. Going to go to takeoff and put our V2 plus 5, okay? Okay. Altitude. Cruise will be 20,000 feet. Both engines are now started. Forgot to the left generator, okay? Don't use the APU. Flick the APU generator off, so it is up, and flick the APU off. Okay, we release the trucks. Something to configure is the spoiler. If you want it to be armed, there are click spots, okay? Say spoilers to 50, okay? You click on it. If you do not have the hardware, there's spoilers, click spots, so say spoilers armed, okay? Flaps is 10, so same here, set flaps 10, okay? And now the trim, so trim is very important, okay? So 5.8 square, and if you want to be more precise, you can just click once, okay? You see, I click once, it's decreasing. I click, it's increasing. I just have a keybind, okay? Click, okay, simple. It's with the VNav there is climb, cruise and descent. Or we can modify our cruise speed. We are allowed to do that. I want to be a little bit fast today, so we can modify the speed, for example, to 285. Okay, it's not, it's, you can do it, okay, but keep in mind it will change some VNav settings here. So we can arm VNav here. You guys will not have the same autopilot because I chose the old one because I love this NASA livery, the old look of NASA. You see basically my wallpaper. Okay, we are basically ready to take off. Oh, we can deploy the HUD. If you want the HUD, it's very simple. In fact, all my options came from here. So you see, so PMDG setup, aircraft, equipment, and I just messed with the options here. HDGs installed, okay? So there is no HUD, HDGs. Okay, and if you want the eyebrow window, or the eyebrow window, like this, search, okay? Search the eyebrow window. I have done no time to do this, okay? Search